What's your name?
My name is Phillip Youmans.
What's the name of the movie?
The name of my film is Burning Cane.
What's the movie about?
Burning Cane is about a mother, her son, and her pastor in a rigidly religious Protestant community in rural Louisiana, and it's about them navigating a particularly tumultuous point in all of their lives.
What was the hardest challenge of filming this movie?
I think just being aware of the resources that we had because of the fact that it was a very grassroots production. We were in high school scrapping together all the resources that we could to make this movie, and there were times when those resources or that limitation of resources became very clear. But in all honesty, I think that in truth, the most difficult aspect of shooting was dealing with some of the locations and the people who managed the locations in the shoot. One of them particularly was a plantation in rural Louisiana where 2 times cops stormed our set because of us shooting nearby the plantation. That's a whole story, but that was probably honestly the biggest and scariest part of shooting.
Did you relate to any of the characters?
I think I related to just the sort of feeling of being trapped in that sort of in the quasi-toxicity that comes with living under a particularly rigid interpretation of Protestantism. In terms of the harsh context that some of the characters find themselves in, probably most prominently Daniel and Jeremiah, and that particular toxicity of their relationship, I personally can't relate to, even though I've dealt with the alcoholism, the severe depression, all the kind of other, more abstract factors that a lot of them are actually dealing with. So I can relate on that extent, but in terms of the applicable harsh context that a lot of those characters find themselves in, I have to acknowledge a separation.
What was your favorite scene and why?
My favorite scene is probably the scene when we see the pastor driving on the cane fields, just because one of my favorite shots to shoot was that shot where I was on a truck, the truck that I was driving, in the bed of the truck while one of my friends was driving in the front seat. And then Wendell and he was in that old Beamer driving on this side of the road. And I remember the camera was here, and we had timed it pretty perfectly to try to come up immediately while he was taking his swig so that the camera would move parallel to him immediately while he was taking the swig. And the timing worked, and it was just like, oh. It was awesome. So yeah.
Are you happy with how this movie turned out?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to look at any work without being critical of your own work, you know what I mean? Especially because this is my baby, I've been working on it for the past couple years, seen it hundreds of times. So it's, I don't know, just to see where the film has gone and to see the fact that it's resonating with people just bar none in itself is insane in truth because, and like I said in the Q&A, it's really true. Like, I never knew that anyone would really see it. I wanted people to see it, but did I ever know that anyone would really see it on a wide level? No. And so everything that's happened after that is just extreme fortune, and I can only be grateful. Yeah.